Hi friends, it's Sam, and today I'm gonna make vegan seitan steaks. I know, crazy, I can hear the internet going wild now. Rah! What is this madness you're making? Yes, that is vegan. Vegan, 100% vegan right there. I know, it's crazy. Just wait, it's gonna be so exciting. So many questions, I can feel them coming at me already. What is a vegan steak? What is seitan? Did I say Satan? No, I said seitan. Totally different, except very similar sounding. And I know there's gonna be a couple of you out there who are thinking something along the lines of, if vegans don't want to eat animal products, they shouldn't eat things that replicate animal products. Now for those people, I will address that comment in the end of this video, but for now, let's just get to making vegan seitan steaks. So seitan, not Satan, is a product made using vital wheat gluten, which makes a chewy, meaty, protein-rich product that has a very, very meaty-like texture. It's pretty cool. It's pretty easy for a seitan recipe. Just follow along in the directions and you'll end up with these amazing, juicy, tender, delicious steaks. Alright, steak time! So the first ingredient you'll need is vital wheat gluten. There's no substitute for this. This is really, you really need this stuff. There's no substitute. I don't know what I'm saying. If you can't find it in your regular grocery store, a health food store will have it, or I'll pop a link down below where you can order it off of Amazon. I know it has a weird sounding name, but just ignore it. So we're just gonna add all of these ingredients into the food processor. Cooked lentils. I'm gonna use canned lentils today, but if you prefer cooking your own lentils from scratch, you can definitely do that. Lentils, delicious. Water. Now this is more like baking than it is like cooking, so make sure you get the measurements accurate. I'll put a link down below to the full recipe with all the measurements and the instructions, so you don't have to worry about writing any of it down or anything like that. Nutritional yeast. I know, another weird sounding ingredient, but move along, move along. Tomato paste. Why won't you open normally? There. Now I've really been noticing a trend of vegan steaks going around the internet, so I was like, oh, I better get on it and get my own recipe out there. So there are definitely other vegan steak recipes which are amazing. I know Veggie Rose did one and the Happy Pear did one. I'll pop a link to their videos down below, definitely check them out. But this is my variation and you know, my favorite obviously because it's my version. So that was soy sauce, garlic powder, chili powder, and liquid smoke. And lastly, black pepper. Smells delicious already. So all you have to do is pulse this all up and combine it. If you don't have a food processor, you can also make this. Just use a big bowl, start with the lentils and give them a mash with a potato masher, and then add everything else. You're gonna get some real elbow grease in there because this is a very stiff dough, but it's totally doable without a food processor as well. So now just combine everything together. So it's gonna look kind of weird and crumbly, but if you pick up some dough and pinch it between your fingers, it'll stick together. So that's perfect, everything's mixed beautifully together. I'm just gonna clear up this space and then we're gonna knead the dough. Turn out this mixture onto a clean work surface. Ooh, get out of there. Every last bit, it's gonna be so delicious. And now gather everything together and you're gonna start kneading it into a ball. It might be a little bit crumbly at first, but just keep working it. Get some elbow grease in there and it'll start forming a ball. It's a really tight dough. So I think there we go. You can see it's like a really nice smack it kind of dough. Yeah, don't even mind me. Now that I have this dough, I'm gonna cut it into 4 even pieces, like so. And then take one piece and a rolling pin and just start smushing it and rolling it into a steak shape. It'll kind of naturally just become a funny looking steak shape. Now this is a really tough, stretchy dough and it's gonna want to go back to its original shape. So just keep working at it and you'll get there eventually. It just takes a little bit of patience. You just want to get them about ½ an inch thick. This is good, it's like an arm workout. Alright, so then you kind of get this funny And then just repeat that with the remaining 4 doughs. So I've got my 4 vegan steaks here, all so cute and steak looking like, sort of. We'll get there, they're gonna get more steak looking like soon. Now to make this seitan a delicious texture, we have to steam it. I know that seems kind of weird. I mean, this whole recipe is kind of weird, right? So, hey. So let's hop over to the stove and steam up this seitan. That doesn't sound very delicious. Whatever. I've got my steamer going here, so this is a pot with a steam basket over top. Pop my steaks in here. It's totally fine if they're overlapping or touching a little bit. So I'm just gonna let them steam for 25 minutes, flipping the steaks halfway through. So while those are steaming, I'm just gonna prepare the marinade. Here's my hack for this. I like to pop my Ziploc bags into a measuring cup. There, so it all stands up and I don't have to worry about it falling over and sauces going everywhere. For the marinade, I'm just gonna add water, soy sauce, olive oil, and maple syrup, Canadian gold. You could also sub agave if you don't have maple syrup. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this together. I'm just gonna do a little of this. I think that's gonna be good enough. And there we go. Alright, so my seitan steaks are done steaming now. You can see that they've doubled in size. So now I'm just gonna pop them into the marinade. Get in there. Look how big they are now. Now I just want to move it around so that they're all covered in the marinade nicely. Careful, they're still pretty hot. At this point, you can just let it marinate for 30 minutes and then begin cooking with them. Or you can leave them in the fridge for like up to a week, or you can just pop this whole bag straight into the freezer and freeze it right in the marinade. I want to eat them today, so I will see you in 30 minutes after these have marinated.
Later.
Turn on my grill pan. So you can use a frying pan, you can use a grill pan like I have, or you can use a barbecue. However you want to prepare your steak, that's how you do it. And when that's hot, put on the steak. Yeah, hear that sizzle, love it. Now the seitan is already cooked obviously from steaming it, but grilling it or frying it or putting it on the barbecue, it's just gonna finish it off. It's just gonna give it a gorgeous crust on the outside, a little bit of color, and really make it sing. Woo! Woo-wee, look at those grill marks, gorgeous. Now as it's cooking, brush on some of the leftover marinade to keep it moist and juicy. All right, there is my steak. Isn't that so crazy cool? A vegan seitan steak. Yes, please. Now I've served this steak to my dad, who is not yet a vegan, and he loved it, wanted more, asked me to make a whole bunch to stock his freezer full because it is good whether you're vegan or not. I'm just gonna taste this alone as a steak, but you could serve it any way you like. You could chop it up and put it in a sandwich, a little steak sandwich. You could have a steak salad. But enough with the yabbering. Let's get to tasting the vegan steak. Oh, I'm excited. It smells so good. Yes. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? Ah, yes. Mmm, that is so good. So good. Oh, I'm excited to eat the whole thing. It's got such rich, hearty umami flavors. It's got a nice resistance when you cut into it, but it's also very tender, chewy, gorgeous, so yummy. I'm waving around forks and knives like a crazy person. Okay, you gotta have another taste. That is just such a fun dish to make. Okay, now to address the comment, if vegans don't want to eat animal products, if vegans don't want to eat meat, they shouldn't eat things that replicate meat. I've gotten this comment a lot, and I'm sure other vegans have gotten it too. I love how people always think vegans are preachy, but then here are these people telling vegans how they should eat. But aside from that, here's the thing. Most people are not born and raised vegan. I was definitely not born and raised vegan. I grew up in a very meat-heavy family. I ate meat and cheese and all the animal products for most of my life. It's only been the last 5.5 years that I've been vegan. But when I went vegan, I had to switch my diet and find foods that were just as delicious and satisfying to me. Now, I don't know a single person who went vegan because they hated the taste of animal products. Most people go vegan for the animals, for the environment, or for their health, or a combination of the above. Not because they suddenly grew a hate for the taste of animal products. Now, sometimes people might crave an animal product they used to enjoy, or certain foods could be associated with traditions or memories. For example, maybe you have a memory of sharing a steak with your family on Tuesday nights, or maybe you really like throwing a steak on the barbecue. Food is so much more than just calories and sustenance. It is about family, it is about tradition, it is about comfort, it's about familiarity. Recipes like this allow people to still enjoy some of their favorite foods while still being aligned with their values, not harming any animals, bettering the environment, bettering their health. So it's really win-win. You can literally have your steak and stay vegan too. Now, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you don't want to eat things like vegan seitan steaks, you don't have to. You can be vegan however you want to be vegan, but this is for the people who it does interest, whether they're vegan or not. I hope that sheds some light on the situation. I hope you liked this vegan seitan steak video, and if you do, let me know by leaving a like. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for a new video every single Wednesday. I'll see you next week. Bon appetit! That's good. I was hungry. I need to sit here and eat this whole thing. Delish. Really, very good.